Oh, we need to have the Joker laugh drop.
Oh, is this the?
Yeah, we live.
We got big ones. No baby. Big ones.
Just Dark Knight's music?
Man, nah. This is no free YouTube stuff, bro.
Right.
Everybody gonna get paid today, bro. We got the DC universe in the building. Can y'all believe it? Kickoff to the season with some of the best in the game. All right. So let's go around the room, man. So we got Sky. Say what's up to the people, Sky.
What's happening? Let me talk to you.
And we got Law Nation in the building.
What it do, baby?
Bro, I feel like I'm in Blade at the beginning of Blade with this music when they in the nightclub and he come in there going crazy.
We finessing this guy. You know we go finesse it, big dog.
I love it.
All right, we got
Let them wait.
Pache. I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah.
We got that boy West in the building.
Man, y'all already know what it is, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share button. You dig? Let's get it. Never look down the stars up. Let's go.
Man, never look down because the stars up. OG West in the building. We got Rome.
What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Mr. Rome. Right back like I never left.
All right. Big Game James in the building.
James, you're alive.
Yeah, man, it's time for this DC universe, man. I'm to kick off the season, baby. These boys ain't ready, man. Yeah, man, let's kick it off. Let's go.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Spartans!
Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. All right. Ooh, these boys done got quiet. They ready for the show. Let's go, man. I ain't never seen y'all get quiet. What the? Man, these boys got quiet. I got scared for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Let's go, man. All right, we finna kick the show off.
All right.
All right, here we go.
A response team. The Avengers Initiative was shut down. This isn't about the Avengers. These people may be isolated, unbalanced even, but I believe with the right push, we can do exactly what you need. War is won by sentiment. No, it's won by soldiers.
Right now, you, every single one of you out there, have a chance to be a part of the greatest organization the NFL has ever seen, the Dallas Cowboys. And you are fans of a championship football team. And what do? You blog, You blog so hard that you're running up and down the internet all night long. If it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you got to get another story out, you blog. You know why? Because you know more about your team than anybody else. There's 32 teams in the league. 32 teams. You expect them to know every team like you know yours? Wait, they don't. They don't. And how do you do this? You go to the Dallas Cowboys show, you get a blog, and you blog about the Cowboys. You blog all night long about the Cowboys. You tell people what they need to know about the Cowboys instead of letting people tell you. That's what you did all last year. No more. You know why? Because we have the internet. All you have to do is have heart. And you can do it. You know why? Because you're a fan of a championship football team. And a fan of a championship football team, they give everything. They give everything they got to help their team make it to the Super Bowl. And if you're not willing as a fan to give it all you got, then you go to the New England Patriots. Blog, 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 blog. There's nothing better than that. Nothing more fulfilling. Nothing more special. Blog.
What it do? What it do? Nation Cowboy Nation, it's your boy West Coast. Let's go. Cowboy Nation, we are the front go. Let's go.
Man, that boy started off with a freestyle. That was shocking, bro.
Yeah, I could have caught that, boss. I ain't gonna lie, I could have caught that. Hey, boss got bars too, though.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I do got bars. But we also got breaking news. And because we got breaking news, we got to start it off with Steel. Can you talk about your cousin, bro? We want to hear about your cousin, bro. What's going on with Steel?
Not my third cousin, my second cousin. He at the grown folk table now, man. He got the grown folk bag. 5 years, $86 million extension for Terrence Steele. And me personally, I was hoping that they extended him last year so they can get him on the cheap. But I'm going to just say this and keep it short so everybody can touch on it. This is one of those players on the team that you don't even think about twice that deserves it. Coming back from the injury, he's one of the hardest workers on the team. His arrow's pointing up, one of the best run blockers on the squad. So I think Terrence Steele is going to absolutely be worth every single penny that he got, man. T Steele, congratulations, bro.
Man, congratulations, man. That made my day. Wes, what's your thoughts on Steele, bro?
Man, you know, hey, man, as a young blogger back in 19, I think it was 2000 something, man. I remember when Old Nation, me and Boss Cowboy was on here. He had gray in his beard back then, and we was talking about a young dude named Terrence Steele, man, and how he could really help this team, man. And you know, I think that it's a great story for the Cowboy Nation, man, because it now makes fans make you understand that you gotta just not pay attention to the draft, but you gotta bring attention to those 12 or 13 people that they also bring in outside of the draft, because this is a guy that, you know, I know Boss has been real heavy on him, and I've been real heavy on him since the Cowboys brought him in. So to just see his whole maturation and now getting paid, it's a beautiful story, man. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, man, and Voch, with offensive line being your expertise, what's your thoughts? Obviously Steele, but then, like, what do you think this do for the season, bro? Like, getting that one of the most important linemen paid.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for being here and all that. Terrence got better, man. Terrence just kept growing, kept getting better. And it got to a point to where, you know, when you watched him last year, Terrence with Zach Martin, I mean, that combo was different, you know what I'm saying? So when we running these combo blocks and we taking 3-tech 2 linebacker and we dumping the 3-tech on top of the linebacker, it was lovely. It was something to where, you know, you would question Tyron Smith, because when Tyron played right tackle, wasn't looking that way, you know? So Zach is happy to have Terrence Steele back. I'm sure Tyron is happy to have Terrence back there so he can stay at left tackle. And I mean, this our best five. And I feel like I knew Terrence was gonna get paid when they was talking about Terrence at left guard. I'm like, this ain't real. It's fake. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So like As soon as they started talking about, Terrence in our best 5, but he had left guard. I was like, nah, this is some nonsense, and they're probably trying to get Terrence for the, you know what I'm saying, for the low right now. So that's out to Terrence. Great to have him back.
And then, obviously, Tuck. A couple of things.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to get your thoughts on Steele, and then I also want to get your thoughts on Mike McCarthy and his play calling, man. I want you to just kind of dig into that, because I know we've been talking behind the scenes about that. I want to get your thoughts on that, big dog.
Yeah, man. So as we all said, Terrence Steele is a very important piece in our run game and our offensive line. And like Voch just said, there was conversation about him playing left guard and different rotations. We all knew that was cap. We knew that wasn't the case. So this was a great deal to get done because we didn't want to run the risk of losing Terrence Steele in the offseason. So it was a great sign-in, great deal. Terrence deserved it. Boss, I know you were very high on Steele. Also Wes, early in the game, right? So, it just shows that how players are able to grow if you're able to be patient. And that's something I'm trying to preach to a lot of Cowboys fans. But when it comes to Mike McCarthy, I'm excited about this play calling. I know a lot of people want to kind of go back to his days when he was at Green Bay and how that kind of fell through the cracks with him and Aaron Rodgers. But seeing how the players are reacting at camp, seeing how they're talking about this offense and this Dak being in full control, this is something I've been asking for as a Cowboys fan, is to fully see Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott connected like this. And I think we're going to see it this season, which I'm extremely excited about it. I know my guy West Coast is probably going to get his wish, running the damn ball with Brian Schottenheimer back there, playing a lot of power football, 2 tight ends. So it's going to be something exciting to see, and I can't wait till next Sunday.
Man, I just noticed something. Aisha just snuck in the back door. How you kick out? Like, how that had happened?
Here, but they keep kicking out Akoye.
Yeah,
like, what happened to Akoye?
Hey, Mystique. She's Mystique.
Somebody said
what it is.
You kicked out Akoye. Hey, man, but since we got you in the building, yeah, this is DC Universe. Oh, now Akoye back.
I'm telling you, that's Mystique, man. That ain't Akoye.
Damn.
Yeah, shapeshifter. Yeah,
shapeshifter. Wait, man. Y'all tripping, man. Y'all throwing me off, bro. All right, Akoye.
We burnt right now. Damn.
Oh, my Lord. What is going on? Wait. All right, Akoye. I know what happened. Tuck sent both of them the link. That's what happened, bro. This happened to us before.
Nah, don't put that on me.
No, that's you, bro. Because I done seen Aisha no link. You over there sending everybody the link. You done sent.
Aisha no link.
All right. But Akoye, we got you back, bro. Akoye.
I can't do no crime above.
All right, so I don't know why we can't hear Akoye, man. Let me go back around the circle then. But then still, I know you also had some thoughts about this Trey Lance stuff. So we want to get your thoughts on that, man, before we kick off the season, man.
Well, I actually want to just kind of not piggyback, but I wanted to know what y'all thought, and then I was going to bounce off that because I know we're all over the place with this Trey Lance thing, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I ain't really said nothing yet, so I like it. It's from a football perspective, the only problem is I listened to Jerry, and then Jerry was kind of, it was clumsy. It was very clumsy how Jerry came out. It was so clumsy. Like he even started talking about extending Trey. I was like, yeah, bro, like you talking about extending Trey and he ain't even played, and you got a quarterback that's looking to be extended. Other than Jerry talking, it's just good. Like, I love it because then it makes us better. Like, from top to bottom. Like, because Tuck was talking the other day. I remember me and Tuck was talking, and he was like, "Boss, we got a QB2 problem." So, yeah, man. So I feel good about it. What's your thoughts on it, Law?
Well, when we look at Trey Lance and then look at his total salary of what the Cowboys are going to play for the next 2 years, it falls right in line to when Dak Prescott contract semi expires. But I'm not even looking at it in that light. I like to pick up because I never would get mad at someone for purchasing life insurance.
Right.
And for the last 4 seasons, my guy, Dak Prescott been hurt. So if we forecast the future, we can all actually say that, shoot, he may get hurt again. Why not, if you the owner, protect what's best for you, and that is securing a quarterback that can learn and pick up the system in the event of something like that happening. But here's my throwback to that. I foresee Dak Prescott having his best season for the 2023 season, and we already got the offensive line re-solidified with everybody getting paid now outside of Tyler Biadasz. She's the last one to stay with the getting paid or what have you. And I think that this team is heading in the right direction collectively.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts after hearing Scott?
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I actually agree with everything right there, man. I think this is a good thing for the team. Honestly, I don't get how there's a negative spin to this Trey Lance thing, because it's a 4th round pick and he has some talent. He has to grow, though. Don't get it twisted. I think there are some football things that he still has to learn to get better at. Like, he doesn't see the field as well as you want him to see, right? He doesn't get rid of the ball as quick as you want him to get rid of the ball. And that's in an offense that made it easy for the quarterback. But that's going to happen with a quarterback that hasn't played a lot. This is a guy that didn't play but 17 or 19 games in college and only a few in the pros. And in high school, he played in the wing T offense. So he didn't throw the ball much at all. So he's just got to develop, and I think he's in a good spot to do it. I don't think, there's no pressure on him. There was pressure in San Fran because he was the number 3 overall pick. He's the 4th round pick for the Cowboys, not the number 3 overall pick. So this is a win-win to me. If it works out, you got a high-end QB2 if he develops, that can develop potentially, you hope, into a QB1. If it doesn't work out, it's a 4th round pick. So I just think it's a win all the way around.
All day. Big, we ain't heard from you, bro. So and I ain't heard from you since we got Trey.
Right.
And I know me and you,
I'm gonna just say this. I'm agree with everybody. I was excited about it because if you look at the number 2 quarterback position, it feels like to me that Mike McCarthy has always wanted, just in my opinion, wanted to replace Cooper Rush because he's always getting guys that could compete with him. You saw Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert. You just saw Will Greer. Those were guys that could escape the pocket more than Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush is more of a standstill guy. So it seems to me that Mike McCarthy always wanted to have somebody as a number 2 that could be able to match Dak Prescott's skill set. So if he went out, you don't miss a beat. And I think that's what he was looking to replace. And I think this was a great pick. 4th round, we had good history with 4th round picks. So I think that's why they were wanting to jump. And you got somebody possibly for the future. I don't listen to what Jerry says because he just be talking at the side of his neck. So I don't listen to what he says. But I will say that at the end of the day, you got somebody who has upside. You actually have somebody who can actually be the future. So just like what Law says, it's a responsibility of your organization to always stay competitive, to always stay on top. And this is how you do it. And when you look at these Power 5 colleges, they have nothing but the best, right? You look at Texas, University of Texas right now, they got 3 possibly starting quarterbacks on their roster, but they all went to the same school. Competitiveness brings the best out of you, so I like it all the way around.
Yeah, CFT, what's your thoughts on it? Obviously, Trey Lance, because we heard from Sky, we heard from Wes. Like, I never really heard from you, like, on this Trey Lance thing, big dog.
Well, I mean, it's simple, man. I think the one thing that's not being said, at least tonight, is we might have to give kudos to the front office just football-wise. This is an incredible football move. Y'all know I'm super defensive on Dak Prescott. Y'all know how I usually do. And I overreacted when we first made the trade. But if you look back, like football-wise for this team, it's incredible. We are insulated at the quarterback position. We are prepared for almost any situation. And any other GM in the league would be getting kudos right now for making this type of move to just insulate your team for the present and the future. I can't, definitively say that Trey's going to develop into greatness, but I think he's in a great place where he can develop with no pressure. In San Fran, they just didn't have. They wanted microwave Trey Lance, and we got a chance to let it slow cook and really develop him into something. Whether it's going to be developing him into something for future picks or developing him into a future starter for the Cowboys if it goes that route. I mean, just football-wise, you can't say that the front office made a horrible move at all. It's just, the media and, our rivals and, all the low-hanging fruit, they're going to try to spin this as a bad thing, and it's not. And, I overreacted at first just because, I get defensive about 4. But in all actuality, you can't say this is a bad football move at all.
Not at all. So, I want to go heavy with my boy Voch. Okay? And Tuck. Voch. Bro.
Yes, sir.
Is this the best team that you've ever seen?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I mean, you can't ask me questions like that because the first thing people are gonna do is call me a homer, and they gonna say, "Well, Voch don't know what he talking about." Voch was 3 when Troy Aikman and them was, you know what I'm saying? But if you take a team that went 12-5 2 years in a row,
right,
and those 12-5 teams, they have their own, challenges, they have their own deficiencies and their own impediments, and you not only, I'm talking about wide receiver 2 cornerback, right? And you not only fix those problems. Can I cuss? But you fix the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? You fix the shit out of them. There was once upon a time when we thought we had one of the best teams, and Jerry Jones was like, "Hey man, where's my war daddy type guy?" You know what I mean? That was our word for the year. War daddy. We have a dude, and he's 3 years along in his development now. He's a whole different dude than freshman year 11 and sophomore year 11. He's year 3-11 now. I don't foresee this world where it ain't one of the best Cowboy teams that we've ever seen. And it's not safe to say that, man, because y'all know how the internet go, man, but fuck them. I mean, you know me, man. You know how I talk, man. I'm optimistic vibes. We going undefeated till somebody
just say what you gotta say.
Whoops me, you know what I'm saying? So how I look at it, right, is you put your Cowboys versus any team, any of these teams, right? And if you feel like you can beat all of them, why can't you feel like this is one of the best teams that you've ever seen? I think we could beat the Bengals. I think we could beat the Chiefs. I know we can beat the Eagles. Like, show me a team, right? The biggest hurdle is San Francisco, and our biggest problem with San Francisco was putting points on the board. I know people like to talk about 4, but Noah Brown was on the field when that was going on. December T.Y. Hilton was on the field when that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Zeke was on the field when that was going on. Now there's Tony. Now there's, CD back for another year. Ferguson's going to be better than Schultz. I know this. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Cooks is going to be better than Noah Brown. I know this, right? Why can't we look at our team with all this optimism and say that this is one of the best things we've seen? Why not?
Exactly. That's why I want to start off with you, man, because I'm trying to find somebody that's going to say it with their chest.
He ain't lying. That's got his bag a little bit.
I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Because exactly, any team that went 12-5, if they didn't have a star on their helmet, Voch, everybody would be calling them the favorite, without a doubt. Yeah, Wes, what's your thoughts? Is this the best team you have ever seen? And I'm talking about you.
This is what I say right here. I don't like answering questions like that simply because, man, I was at training camp a bunch of days. So, I've seen the ups and the downs, right? But at the same time, I say this, going into this season, I definitely feel that this team has built on the things that stopped them from getting to where they were trying to get last year. So if I had this, I think the better question, is this the best team I've ever seen? I think the better question is this team better than last year? Because I thought last year's team was pretty damn good. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do believe that this team is better than last year. So, I would think that the expectations would be a little bit higher. But, hey, can I say something on this Trey Lance before we move on? Because I did have a couple quick points if it was possible.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, just real quick, you turn the music down just a little bit. It's coming out loud, and my people on my center says coming in kind of loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I really agree with everything everybody was saying about what Lance was saying, and I love what my boy Skywalker still was saying too. Real quick, the main reason why I like this trade is this because I was one of the main people that was saying that the Cowboys needed to draft a quarterback in this year's draft. And so if you really look at it like this, if you were to draft Trey Lance in the 4th round of this year's draft, for the most part, everybody be saying that was a steal, right? Everybody saying that was a come up. So that's how I see that as far as the equity. I feel like the Cowboys actually got a better deal because you got a better quarterback and you only had to use a 4th round pick, which I was okay with the Cowboys using in the draft. I was okay with them using a 4th or 5th round pick this year on getting another quarterback. And then another thing is, I also think the Cowboys, they brought him in because they had to get some type of leverage versus Dak's $59 million next year. Now, let's just be real. Trey Lance is not even in the same air as a player as Dak Prescott right now. But let's just be real. Neither was Andy Dalton. Neither was a bunch of guys that I saw Cowboy Nation changing their profile picture out to switch out for Dak. And Jerry Jones knows that. So I also think that I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? So I also believe that part of Trey Lance here is because Todd Francis is a dog. And he's not the type of guy that you want to go into negotiations with not having some type of leverage because he's going to eat you alive. And I know Jerry Jones understands that because they have no trade clause with Dak and they have no franchise tag with him either. You know what I'm saying? The last two things I'm going to say is how I think Trey Lance is going to be used. If you go back to how Dak was when he was drafted in 2016, Jason Garrett was fighting for Dak Prescott to get drafted. And he said that the number one thing that he could use him right now is for his mobility. Jerry Jones questioned his ability as far as quarterbacking, but Jason Garrett said this: you can trust his athleticism. So that's what I think the Cowboys will mostly use right now is his mobility. And I mean that's the. Oh yeah, those are the three things I was going to say about Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? I think he can definitely be used. I think he will be used because the Cowboys, we never give up assets for something and don't use it. Look at Amari Cooper. As soon as we traded him, his butt was on the field. Like Jerry Jones is old. He doesn't believe in waiting no more. So yeah, if Trey Lance is going to play this year, that's all I say.
Yeah, Law. So what was your thoughts, man? I want to go around a circle, man. I'm trying to see, man, is this the best, since you've been following the Cowboys?
Most certainly, we from heads and shoulders better than what we were 12-5 last year, right? So if we went 12-5 with Noah Brown and like what my guy Voch Lombardi said with a December 33-year-old T.Y. Hilton, now we got a Brandon Cooks. Now we got a more recovered ACL healing of Michael Gallup. So we have a better situation even with that for weapons for Dak Prescott. And let us go back over to the defense. It's no more 3rd and Brown no more, right? It's no more 3rd and whoever they went and scooped up, on the opposite side of Trayvon Diggs. So now we even better on the defensive side. And then we got an angry Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? And he want to be able to get that defensive player of the year or defensive MVP of the year or however it goes. So I believe from head and shoulders, we are better than what we were 12-5 last years ago and the year before that. So, yeah. And then, excuse me, let me say this, too. No more 4 curl routes. Now we're going to be doing the offense with principle, scheme, and also with concepts. So that's what we're going to do for the 2023 season. So, yes, we are a better team, and we should speak boldly about this team heading into week 1. We're going to stomp those Giants. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the key, man, is the boldness. Because I think the key to being bold is Mike McCarthy. I think Mike McCarthy is the key. Getting Kellen Moore out the building and just seeing the common sense. I'm going to just say it like this. For the first time since the 90s, they have checked all the boxes. Just keeping it real. Dan Quinn been to a Super Bowl. He won one. Then you had another Super Bowl winning coach with Mike McCarthy. You don't have a number 2 corner that's going to give up deep balls. You got a former defensive player of the year. You also have a young defense going into year 3. You also had a kicker that just hit 59 yards. And the one that we missed got cut. So when I look at what we looking like, I think Cowboy Nation is a little bit scorned. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm just trying to. Sky, I heard you say one day, say it with your chest. I'm waiting on somebody to say it with their chest.
No, stay right there. Stay right there with the coaching. That is the number one thing why this may be the best team we've seen since those 90s teams. The talent, we've had a ton of talent. multiple years before. But we had a ton of talent with Jason Garrett at coach. We had a ton of talent with Scott Linehan at coach. We had a ton of talent with Rob Marinelli as a coach. And respect to those gentlemen, but they're not Dan Quinn and they're not Mike McCarthy. And you talk about Mike McCarthy being a Super Bowl head coach. He was a Super Bowl head coach that called plays.
Right.
That's the difference. Right? We have not had a Super Bowl head coach that's called plays since what? I don't even know if Parcells even called the damn plays, but Parcells was a great general in the sense, right? He allowed Sean Payton to do what he needed to do or what have you, but he wasn't the guy dialing it all up. Mike McCarthy knows what it takes to win a championship, and that's why people got pissed off when he talked about, oh, well, Kellen Moore wants the number one offense. I want the number one team. And they took that and ran with it. What they didn't really dissect is that you can have all those fun numbers, but if you don't know how to dial it up in the crunch moments, when the pressure is extremely high, all that shit don't matter. And Mike McCarthy has been in 4 or 5 NFC Championship games and won a Super Bowl. So he would, if we win, in my opinion, it'll be because Mike McCarthy is running things finally.
And that's what I say too, bro. Exactly. Now, Big, I gotta ask you: are you drinking Kool-Aid going into the Giants game? Real talk. Because I know it take a lot for you to even mention Kool-Aid.
I mean, the Kool-Aid's right there. I ain't drinking it. It's sitting on the counter, and I'm staring at it. And I want to take a big old glass of it.
Staring at it.
I feel real good about it. Huh? I feel good about the squad. I feel good about the team. Now, you said, is this the best team I ever saw? I had to play law. Hell no. This ain't the best team I've ever saw, man.
No, I'm talking about for us, for the Cowboys, not period.
Since the 90s.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not period. Not the best. No, bro.
Okay. I was about to say, because I've seen some Cowboys teams. This team ain't played good, so I can't say that. But what I will say is
this team have played though, Big.
But it ain't played with Brandon Cook. It ain't played with Stephen Gilmore. It ain't played with Mozzie Smith. It ain't played with them guys yet, so we don't know yet. But the feeling is very good about it. Now, hold on. Can I finish? Let me finish now.
Okay.
I feel very good about this team. The defense, the offense, I feel very good about it, but you still got to play the game, right? We still have to see it on the field. But I like the leadership. I like how it's one mind, one accord. I feel like Dan Quinn, Mike McCarthy on the same page. And when your coaches are on the same page, your players tend to play different. And I feel like one of the reasons why we were held back is because there was a discord between Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. And when you have that discord with your offensive coordinator and your coach, it affects your offense and your team. Now I feel like all those remnants of Scott Linehan, Jason Garrett, Kellen Moore are all gone. So now I feel like this is finally Mike McCarthy's team. And I feel like I feel better going into the season because now he's commanding the ship like he wants to. And he doesn't have anybody to say, well, I had this guy doing it. No, it's all on him. And usually, y'all should know, if it's all on you, you're going to coach a little bit different when it's on you to do everything. And so that's why I like the excitement of it, because I like that good pressure, because that pressure is we got to get even better because it's all on me now. But I like the one mind. I love the one accord. I love the way it's balanced on both sides of the ball, even special teams. And I feel like this could be a special year. So I'm all in. Let's go do it.
And so, Wes, I got a real life question for you, bro.
Shoot.
So run the damn ball. That basically started as a protest against Kellen Moore.
Yes. Well, I mean, as a protest against the whole everything. Because, I mean, it really started the week I started screaming run the damn ball was the week after Dak Prescott got hurt. I forget the Giants game.
That was Giants.
Played that next week.
So the reason why I brought that up, I brought that up for a reason. Because Jermichael Finley said that Mike McCarthy is not a running coach. That he's gonna use outlet passes to the running back as a substitute for the run. Are you still heavy running down ball, or do you care how they basically get it done in terms of swinging it out to those backs, even if they using the pass?
Well, this is the whole thing about running the damn ball. Running the damn ball doesn't mean just like, taking, food and just smashing it down someone's mouth. Like, that's not what run the ball for me. That's not what it really means. What run the ball means is like running the ball when it's conducive to running the ball. Like, 3rd and 2s and obvious when you ever, no matter if we've never had a running back that averaged less than 3 yards. Even Zeke, as some of you guys would say his worst, averaged more than 3 yards. So anything that's 3rd and 2 or anything like that, there's no reason that we should be throwing the ball. So it's like, I think Kellen Moore, honestly, offensively, is still one of the better offensive coaches in all of football. But I also think that he's also what a lot of smart kids are. They don't have no experience. Like, yeah, you can get a 150 on an IQ test, then I go ask you to go, move a car, and you don't know what you're doing. So it's like, I think that's what Kellen Moore, his experience needs to catch up to his brain. But one thing I love about Mike McCarthy is we don't need a ridiculous brain because we have a surplus of talent. When you have a surplus of talent, then you can just be like, yo, Dak, go do your thing, bro, and I'm going to call a good play, and then it's going to execute. But when you go to schools like Boise State, who only get like 2 stars, and listen to me, I'm not knocking no 2 stars because y'all know I believe in everybody's a star until you get, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, if you can only get 1 stars and 2 stars to go to Boise State, then guess what? You had better be ridiculously smart, and you had be ridiculously creative. But it's like, man, when you have the talent that we have, there's just no reason for some of the play callings that we're going to have. And I think that alone is what's going to make Mike McCarthy a better play caller because he's going to be better situationally. Like, I don't need, like, there's sometimes in football where I believe this, and I'm going to say this. We don't have to be creative. Just be effective. You know what I'm saying? Leave the creativity for bad teams. Good teams don't got to be creative. We need to be effective. We have good players. Let the good players be good.
Right on. And then, Tuck, I want to ask you, big dog, do you have any concerns left going into the season?
Let's smile on that face. No, I just love my Joker. When it comes to my biggest concern, I mean, like, it was like sometimes you gotta pat yourself on the back. Like, damn, Tuck, that's kind of cool.
Hey, that Joker dope, bro. But, that Joker is dope, bro. I gotta hit that. Hold on, where my Joker?
It might be my Halloween outfit, man. It might be my Halloween outfit.
That Joker is nasty. Let me play that Joker while you talk. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it comes to my last biggest concern, with Demarion Overshawn going down, it's just the linebacker depth. Because I feel like right now, because we did move on from Jabril Cox as well, which is kind of unexpected. So right now we're kind of just with Damone Clark. You also have LVE, who's kind of a coin flip with his health. And also, he's not the best lateral mover. And I know there's been conversations that we all saw at camp of him rushing off the edge a little bit more. I just don't think that's his strong point. So then you have Marquise Bell, kind of your converted hybrid. Harper. So, my one concern when it comes to the Cowboys is just adding extra linebacker depth. I would like to go get a guy that's kind of a veteran guy that still has some upside potential. But overall, you kind of echo what everyone says. Like, I'm very optimistic about this season. And not just from the championship coaching on the offensive side of the ball, from the defensive side of the ball too as well. So, one of the things I've been very vocal about is I want to see a culture change. I wanted to see a culture change. And that was the very first thing I noticed out at camp when I was out there in Oxnard, just offensively, for Brian Schottenheimer. Like, you got Schottenheimer DNA running through your offensive players now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more toughness, a little bit more attitude. I mean, you kind of seen Dak being a little bit more chippier this you know what I'm saying, this off season. We really didn't see that under Kellen. So, I hope that really translates on the field. So, I'm really excited because, like I said, the culture has been the biggest shift that I've seen with the Cowboys, from the front office to the coaching staff and down onto the players. So you got every right to be excited about what you're seeing, at this point.
Voch, are you concerned, bro? Is there anything about the team, the roster, the last 53 that concern you as we try to get ready for this run?
I think when you get to this point, I mean, it's all about just not being yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, listen to what we've been talking about all year, like just all season, right? Man, what are we going to do about the 5th corner, man? We got to make sure our 5th corner is good, or we talking about kicker, or we may talk about like backup left guard or something. And, depth is important because injuries happen, of course, but I think we good, man. The guys we're gonna run out there, man, they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody, and I know they can beat anybody because I've seen a worse version of them beat anybody before. I've seen it happen before. So of course, you know what I'm saying, like a more tooled up version of them it's bound. Like, dog, we've beat some of the best defense in the world with 4 curls, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we've done that. We have beat some of the best offenses I've seen with Anthony Brown and company. You know what I'm saying? Look, no disrespect to Brown and them. No disrespect. Like, I've seen Anthony Barr have to chase and run people down. Like, we
disrespect to Anthony Brown.
No disrespect to none of the Anthonys. You know what I'm saying? But we a different kind of. We're a different situation now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guys that we have talent all over. And I've just gotten to a point to where I don't care about the rankings. I don't care about numbers, stats, Biletnikoff awards. You can have 16 Pro Bowlers if you want to. Can you beat us? Can you beat us? I don't need awards this year. I just want to that one big bitch at the end, that one big award at the end. That's what I want. But the intermediate, we had offensive player of the week in week 17. I don't care nothing about that no more, dog. We good.
All right, Sky. You have any concerns, bro?
Hey, man, listen, am I on this show, boss? I've been on here for an hour, bro. I ain't even trying to disrespect you, Sky, but what the hell, man? Come on, man.
Oh my!
Can I say something?
Okoye, my bad, bro. Hey, man. I thought you were froze, dog.
I'm sitting here getting drunk, bro.
Go, Koye, my bad, bro. I thought you were froze. Real talk, bro.
I'm being patient and shit. Like, all right, I feel like I'm a short nigga.
What? Hold on, man. Hey, Koye, you have to check your boy, bro. I didn't even know you was back there. Aisha took your spot, dog. But go ahead. What you got any concerns, bro? Matter of fact, what you want to talk about? Let me just shut up. Go for it, big dog.
I forgot the goddamn question. What's the question?
G! No G! Bro, hey man, boy Koye that got the check in the whole DC universe. That's so Logan of you, brother. That's so Logan of you, bro.
He came at you like you were Cyclops.
My bad, bro. Like, real talk, bro. I'm just doing my best, bro. All right, Akoye, you have any concerns, or let's also go back to my other question I asked. Is this the best team you've seen from the Dallas Cowboys? Coach and everything. I'm going to put both of them together.
Without a doubt, I think this is the best team that we've had due to the depth. Like, if you go position for position, you really got a tight end room where you can say, like, you don't have a problem with any of our tight ends starting. Most teams don't have 7 offensive linemen that you don't mind playing, because I like TJ Bass. I like Asim Richards. I think they both have potential. So you like our starting 5 offensive line, but you also got 2 that's sitting on the bench that you don't mind playing. Running backs, we got a whole room full of running backs. We got 3 quarterbacks. One we already talked about, Trey Lance. Everybody already went off on that. So I don't think there's a team that's as deep. You can say positionally there might be an individual that may be better than another individual that we have playing, but there's not a team that is as deep position for position than the Cowboys. Period. Right. So I'm talking about, like, historically, I haven't seen a team like that either for us. So I would say this is the best Cowboy team that I've witnessed, even though we haven't played. Now they still have to live up to that potential, but last year you had, like we said, Noah Brown starting. This year, would anybody have a problem with the way he's played anyway? With a Brooks playing, you know what I'm saying, over a Noah Brown? I don't think so. He's at the bottom of our wide receiver room right now. You know what I'm saying? And then Tolbert has already taken a step, and he's our 4th wide receiver. So when you look at Tolbert and look at Brooks offensively, those guys are at the bottom of our depth chart as far as their position, and they're still better than what we had at our number 2 spot last year at this point. So I don't think you can possibly say, with a healthier Gallup and with a healthier wide receiver room, that we're not better than we were last year. And then when you get over to the defense, it just get crazy. Like, I was arguing to cut Neville Gallimore to keep Jabril Cox. We cut Jabril Cox, and he's over at, with Washington and so on, right? Whether people agree or disagree with those moves, when you get to that level where you're cutting guys that people actually wanted to see play or wanted to play well on this team, then you've gotten better when you're cutting names like that. Land is playing for the Colts right now.
Right.
Isaiah Land came in and was a game disruptor and can't even make this team. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got better.
That's a
We definitely
great
are.
point.
This is definitely the best team that I've seen. Now we still got to play healthy. We still got to get through the season, but on paper, this is the best that I've seen.
Yeah.
Concerns going into the season,
Yeah.
I really don't have many. You know, I'm not even really holding you with that. If we were, like they said, we were 12-5 2 years in a row. We were injury laden last year. Still made it to the divisional round. Injured last year. I think we've gotten better at every position. To someone's point, talking about Overshawn going down, I do feel that he's going to be missed. But let's not act like he played for us last year. We have the
Right.
players that we had last year. Clark is taking a step forward, not backwards. LVE showed in that Tampa Bay game in the playoffs last year that we can at least depend on him. And then you also have Micah Parsons in that same rotation, along with guys like Harper that is physical enough. I think he just needs the awareness reps to be able to like understand where he's going. But I don't have a problem with that. And if you're saying to me that we're going to substitute safeties in that linebacker room, like a Wanye Thomas who stepped up and become a playmaker in the preseason, we had to have gotten better. We got a safety room where we cut Coyle, and I like Coyle. We cut Coyle, we kept Bell, we kept a guy by the name of Wanye Thomas that was on our practice squad last year who's just rocking, who I'm arguing is the most talented safety in that safety room because of his versatility. So we got better, man. I don't have any concerns. It's just about how we coach it. And y'all hit the nail on the head when y'all were talking about Mike McCarthy and his ability to understand situational football, not so much how to score. I think Kellen Moore is a scorer, but we remember the Phoenix Suns from back in the day. You know what I mean? We remember those guys, the running gunners. You know what I mean? They can score, but they can score 140 points in a game.
Yep.
But they ain't win no goddamn chip. You know why? Because they couldn't slow it down and play against the Spurs. When the Spurs slowed it down on them, they couldn't play situational basketball. And we got that type of coach in Mike McCarthy. As far as the Tyson, West Coast Cowboy talking about the run the damn ball. I agree with you. Like, it's not about just running the ball. It's about getting the ball into the running back's hands and allowing him to do what he needs to do. We saw that with the kid over Deion's kid. What is it, Edwards? You know what I mean? He ain't run. He only ran for 24 yards, but still had 4 touchdowns, and he was touching the ball quite a bit. So I think if you look at it from that standpoint, where we're throwing a lot more screen passes, a lot more outlet passes, and stressing out linebackers and making them actually have to cover guys like Deuce and Tony Pollard, you're creating mismatches all over the field. So I think getting the ball into the running back's hands is more important than just running the ball into a puff of smoke. So I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I just want to say something real quick. Obviously we got a lot of people here today. We got Wes, we got Tuck, but DC Universe is not a mix of the round table or the final word. It's all of us. If you do content, you DC Universe. I just want to say that anybody that do content, so that's how we kind of look at it. New media guys that's committed to doing content for the Dallas Cowboys. So it's not something that you got to earn a spot or anything like that. Just kind of letting it be known. Right. And Akoye, man, my bag again, bro.
No, I know you can't see it, but I was like, I gotta say something after Bobby. He must not know I'm in this show, man. I'm in here getting drunk as hell. I'm like, this Cavazzi ain't good, though. I don't mind that, but goddamn, my bad, Sky.
You good?
You straight, bro.
I had to know that, man.
No, you good, man. That boy had to set it straight. Now, do you have some concerns, wrong?
Hey, man, first and foremost, shout out to Akoye. He kind of broke up the mood. I like that. He let everybody know I'm in here too. But I want to do a 2-part. One, concern wise. Actually, I do concern after I do the Kool-Aid question, because I should have got past that, because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? As far as with this team, man, and being the best team I've seen since the 90s, everyone has already covered that as far as checklists with the talent. But I wanted to loop this back into what we saw yesterday with Deion's team, with Colorado. And I think the word believing is something that people need to stop overlooking. He walked into that university and he made them boys believe. He brought some players with him, but he made his team and his staff believe that they can play on the field with anybody. That's why they won yesterday, because they didn't walk into that game second guessing themselves. I think one of our biggest problem is a lot of people love to tell the Cowboys fans, y'all always had talent. I don't think our talent has always believed that we belonged on the field with every team. I think that this team not only believes they belong on the field with every team, I think they angry because of the disrespect they get through the national media and social media, etc. I think that's why when you see Micah Parsons, who's one of our definitive leaders, when he's tweeting out things like I'm showing up to New York and black Air Force Ones, everybody think he playing. He not playing. And when you got a Micah Parsons on your team, it's like when you had a Ray Lewis on your team or Tom Brady on your team. You know what I'm saying? Players like that make every other player play up to their standard, because when they look to the left or to the right, they like, I got a Micah, you don't got one. So the belief that this team is going to have, I think, heading into this season is different. We've taken our lumps the last 2 seasons, and I feel like this year we're going to be moving different because we've already seen what the pitfalls look like. I think it's a veteran leadership on this team. It's youth on this team, but I think everyone's locked into the main goal. I don't think there's no goofiness going on where we overlooking teams. And that's what I was going to say is the one pitfall. I think last year, sometimes the Cowboys' success can be our detriment. We go on a 5-game winning streak. We start overlooking teams.
Right.
I feel like
No, I was feeling you.
No, I'm just saying, so I feel like the last couple of years, that's been on our biggest problems. Like, we overlooked some of the teams later in the year. We took Washington not seriously. We was going through the motions when we played the Titans. Now, we got it kind of back together playing the Bucks, but I feel like if we would have just stayed focused, locked in all of those weeks, we might have approached that San Fran game a little bit differently. I feel like the time for jokes and games is over, and I feel like the days of, well, we the Cowboys, you should just, we roll our helmet out there, you should just lay down for us. I feel like it's too many players on this team that's locked in that's allow something like that to happen. So I don't really feel like New York understands the type of buzzsaw they're about to run into, because there's so many players on this team that I feel like it's playing with a chip on their shoulder. From 4 to players on the D-line. And in every room, for real, I think a lot of players is just they feel like this team gets overlooked and disrespected, even though we in the media limelight. And I'm looking forward to just seeing what they put on the field next Sunday night, because we got every box checked. Like you guys are saying, we got starters, we got depth, we got great coaching. We just need to get to the first game and show everybody what we can do. So I'm just looking forward to the team being locked in differently than other years, because a lot of years I feel like we walk into that first game, like I said, a little bit too cocky and too confident. I feel like it's different this year. I think we walking into the game locked in and focused.
Law. And then I got you, Sky. Do you have any concerns going into the season, big dog?
None, absolutely none, because when we look at everything, we got rid of the most concern of this team was play calling and play design. And when my guy West Coast was talking about, hey, run the ball or what have you, it was all about when to run, right? We were 6th in rushing, I believe, last year, and that was just by chance, because we can all look back at this and say that there was really no purpose running. And I like what my guy Sky would say, is dribbling with a purpose.
Yeah.
When should we run? We should run against quarters defense when they're dropping 7 DBs or dropping 7 into coverage. We shouldn't throw into the teeth of that. So I think that with proof of concept, this team should run when necessary. And this wide zone run that we're going to do, these stretch plays, we should see the pedigree of the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding of the game from Schottenheimer mixed in with what Mike McCarthy brings to the table. So that's why Tony Pollard is going to eat. That's why Deuce Vaughn, when his number get called this weekend, you're going to see him eat, because they're going to run with purpose. And we all know West Coast offense, you utilize short pass game as the run. Who remember Roger Craig back in the days, right? So we got guys of kinds of caliber that can run those type of concepts too. So I don't have no concerns at all with this team. Now, I have reservations. And the reservation will be, can we ultimately stop the run? That's the only thing. And I'll have to wait and see for that.
Scott, do you have any concerns going into the season?
Yeah, before that, piggyback off the run situation, it's not that Dallas didn't run a lot last year. They had the 4th highest rate running the ball on first down and 8th highest rate running the ball on early downs in general. So they ran the ball. It's about when, right? And the how. We definitely got to talk about the how. And Mike McCarthy, he said they're going to tweak some of their outside zone stuff. So I'm excited to see that. So yeah, I just think we're going to see more of a dribbling with the purpose, as you said, as I would usually say, Law. And I'm excited for that because you'll see the passing game, the play action game marry that. And that's why you hear McCarthy talk about the quarterback's footwork. He's not talking about in the pass game. He's talking about in the run game, because we're going to see a lot of these boots and a lot of these play actions that we've seen in preseason with Will Greer, I think it was, in the third quarter of the Seahawks game. You're going to see that with Dak. But concerns. Depth at the two positions I've been concerned about since February, and that's offensive line and linebacker. And it just so happens that linebacker is even lighter than I expected. I didn't expect them to go with 3 off-ball linebackers on the 56-man or 53-man roster, and then 4 off-ball linebackers, period, on this team when you count Malik Jefferson. So, and with LVE, as Tuck said earlier, it's hit or miss with his health. That's the only thing that worries me. What I can take away from that, though, and feel a little bit better is that you got a defense that's so damn good that maybe you can get away with 1 injury. But if you start seeing 2 injuries, like last year, Anthony Barr went down, LVE went down, things can get really weird. And then offensive line, I love what we see from Bass. I love what we saw from Austin Richards. But at the end of the day, this still is a 5th round and undrafted free agent that hasn't played NFL football just quite yet. So there's a future there for sure. Am I comfortable yet to say if one of our top guys go down, they step in? I'm be honest with you, TBD. I just have to see it out there with the big dogs on game day before I'm ready to just be like, oh, no big deal, right? We got 2 unproven guys behind our starters and Chuma Edoga, who's been getting whooped at camp. So yeah, that the depth at offensive line worries me as well.
All right.
That's real, Sky. That's real.
Yeah, I really appreciate that answer, Sky. Now we gonna have some fun before we get up out of here. Every one of us picked our avatar, except Scott. We gotta know who you are.
Given.
Yeah, we gotta know you are. But I want to kind of go around and kind of get the why behind your avatar, because I didn't ask no questions. I just like, who's your avatar? Who's the guy that you would be if you was a DC Avenger, for lack of better word? So I'm gonna start with my boy Big. Why did you pick Lex Luthor, bro? Like, what make you Lex? I want to get this before we get up out here and give your final thoughts too.
They calling big game Joe Budden now.
Well, number one, I don't like the good guys. I don't like the good guys. I like the bad guys. So I ain't want to be no good guy. I want to be the bad guy. And whenever I watch bad guy, when I played the remember when you had Mortal Kombat versus the DC Avengers, the Mortal Kombat. Well, I used to play with Lex Luthor all the time, and his weapons and just that bald head, and he's just diabolical. He don't give a hell. He'll shoot you. He'll kill you. You see the knives. You see the guns. You see all that. And I like that. I like how you don't give a hell. And I think that's my personality. I don't give a hell. I don't give a hell what you're saying or what you think. And you see right there. So I just feel like, Lex Luthor is always a thorn in somebody's side. And I like that. I like being a thorn inside. So, just you see them guns, you see everything about Lex Luthor, I feel like it's me. He don't give a hell, and neither do I. So there you go. Guns blazing. We don't give a hell. We shooting you. We gonna cut you. We gonna stab you. We gonna do whatever we gotta do to kill you. And Lex Luthor is always a problem for them DC good guys. So yeah, that's where it is.
So we back to you, Akoye.
Where's Akoye at?
Yeah, man. We back to you.
I'm the old Logan today and shit. You know what I'm saying? Old ass Logan.
Got it. That's old Logan.
Hey man, what?
I picked him because he can't get right.
Pills, Logan.
So what does Logan mean to you in this space, bro? I'm trying to figure out, why did you pick him in this space, and how does he represent you in your channel?
Well, Logan is like the anti-hero, you know what I mean? He a good guy, but you can't hardly tell because he kind of an asshole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I'm that fits me, I'm It does. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? I'm a good dude. I'm on the side, but I might say the things that most people don't want to hear, and I don't mind receiving the backlash for it. You'll see me often going to war on Twitter with people, and people come to my rescue sometime and thinking I'm in trouble, and I'm like, nah, I don't feel none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Logan's ability to heal and regenerate and take whatever's coming at him and still keep on coming. You know what I mean? So I always identify with Wolverine because of that. I like how he is, man. Then he little but he heavy. You know what I'm saying? The metal bones. He a little dude, but he sturdy. You know what I'm saying? That's me. You know.
Right on, man. And J Tuck, man, like I think this fits you perfect, dog.
Wow, so J Tuck is the joke in real life. You're the joke in real life, dog.
Yeah, man. So Tuck, you gotta explain this, bro. We got it. What's up with this? The Joker, bro.
Yeah, so I feel like, the Joker is my perfect avatar, man, because the Joker represents the people who are stepped on, the people who are not heard. You know what I'm saying? So what the Joker is able to do is just cause chaos. And by him causing chaos, there's a lot of people who support the Joker. And I just think that the Joker just wants to be, in the same manner viewed as the higher ups like the Bruce Wayne. And what people got to understand, the thing I liked about the Joker is that he's always 2 steps ahead, man. And I think that's like kind of like me. Like every time you see trolls or different people coming at me, like I've already thought about it. I'm already 3 to 4 steps ahead. And I kind of set up traps that a lot of people often walk themselves into. So, I like the Joker because sometimes he can be serious, sometimes it can be funny, sometimes it can be violent, and that just kind of represents my personality. You just never know what type of J Tuck you're going to get. So, it's all just a game to me, and I really don't take things too serious, which makes me kind of, viewed as the villain in some cases. So that's why I went with the Joker.
Voch.
So I didn't even know that we was picking, the avatars or whatever. I just kind of showed up and y'all gave me a Baku, but I mean,
well, it makes sense, don't it?
Well, it makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it all adds up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So shouts out to you. But if I had to find a way to creatively tie this into what we do, M'Baku is a leader of people that are kind of ducked off. You know what I'm saying? They do their own thing. They have rights to this throne that they don't always need to challenge for because they're fine doing their own thing. They live amongst each other. They're powerful enough, to keep themselves alive, to keep themselves war ready and all that. And then just once upon a time when the big thing kind of needed help, we were just around to kind of fill in and be help and take turn the tides of their war, I would say. So if you had to put me on the spot and just make something up real fast, yeah, that's what M'Baku means and what we do. But I had no clue I was M'Baku. But shouts out to you,
man. If anybody's M'Baku, man, it's you, Sky.
Hey man, you see how he freestyled that on the top? That was dope.
He did. He killed that, bro. Put him on the spot and he just dunked it. I told Voch the other day. I say that boy's a gamer. He's a gamer.
Skywalker taught me that's called. Skywalker taught me that's called color commentary. That's color commentary.
Now he put that together, man. He put that together, like knew the background and everything. So, Sky. So I know you background of Skywalker, bro. So we got to get Skywalker how he fit in the space and what's up with him within DC universe.
Well, first of all, I'm not Skywalker with no comb over. I'm Skywalker with a fade. Okay, so that whole picture. Just eliminate that. Eliminate that.
Did he dirty with the hit? I thought you was pimping. But no. Did him dirty with the hairdo.
Talk to him.
Hey,
I got a dirty on.
Blame that AI, bro. That's AI.
That's crazy. They gave me. But look, I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like there's some crazy background to this. This is 100% Big Game James. Big Game James. He used to see me in the chats, and I had my own little audio podcast, and he liked the way I thought, man. And he said, "Hey, I'm calling you the young Jedi, Luke Skywalker." And I was like, man, I like that because Luke Skywalker, he can move things with his mind, right? With the force that's within him. And I like to to move conversations with my context, because a lot of things weren't used. Context wasn't used when I got into this, and one of my monikers was context matters. And I try to lift that context that no one wants to talk about, whether it's good or bad, into the conversations in this community. And it's got me to where I'm at right now, but we still climbing. So, the name in general came from what, James thought of me. And then I just took that and said, you know what, you damn right. I can definitely use the force, the Cowboys Nation force, and take these conversations that we're not having and have them in a meaningful way.
Dope. All right.
Scott dropping gems. Y'all better pick them gems up.
Jim.
And he ain't even prepared for that. He just knew. The motherfucker knew. He got the force.
Scott dropped some gems on y'all. Y'all better listen.
The force.
What did he say? Say it again, Scott.
It's the force, man. May the force be with you.
I move stuff with my mind.
I was listening.
He said,
I transmute energy in real time. God damn.
That boy said, I move stuff with my mind. Ooh, wee.
That's real.
Go ahead, Ron.
Hey, man, look, I chose the Hawk mainly because, look, he don't need to say much, but look, y'all all watch the Avengers movies. When he show up, things start shaking. It is what it is. He shake the room, and that's what I want to represent, man. I don't want to be the traditional Cowboys fan that duck my head and cower and it's okay, we're gonna win one day. Nah, when I show up, I want to shake the room. And that's what the Hawk do. You know what I'm saying? He in every Avengers movie, when he show up, things get to shaking. It's pivotal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to be.
I got to talk about mine, bro. Ooh wee. He fit me to the T.
Pause a little bit.
He did too.
He fit me, bro. A dreamer. A trained dreamer.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
He's a trained killer
Hey,
dreamer. Yeah, and the key part is trained. When he was getting ready to fight Black Panther, he said, I've been waiting for this my whole life. So me in this space, I feel like a lot of training has prepared me for this. I was a minister, so that helped me with my speaking. I was in an engineering school, so that helped me on the tech side. I'm an entrepreneur. I got an entrepreneurship degree. I got a finance degree, so I'm very comfortable with numbers. And I played football, so I'm good at film. So me entering this space, I feel like I got the skills to take on power, just like he did, to take it on and say, hey, our voice matter. And you got something to say. And don't sit back like you don't, man. So I felt like he fit me to the T. West Coast. Why Wick, bro? That's what we want to know. Why Wick?
Be honest with you, it was actually a toss-up between John Wick and the Spawn. But I went with John Wick. The reason why I like John Wick is, first off, he has absolutely no powers. You know what I'm saying? So there is no, there's nothing that he can summon that's already within him. And I think that's kind of always been my superpower. My superpower has always been my dedication and my will to kind of get things done. And you got to remember, John Wick had 4 movies, killed over 127 people because one person killed his dog. So I think, one thing about me is I'm very motivated. I'm very driven, and I take everything personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I blog like this is all I got. You know what I'm saying? And, because of that, and John Wick, he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest with you, in the John Wick movies, you'll notice that he's killed a lot of enemies, but because of that, he's accidentally shot a couple friends too. So it's and I think I kind of relate to that too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I take my content very, very personal. But at the end of the day, man, 3 of the people that John Wick killed, that he shot that didn't kill, they ended up calling him back for help. So it's like, one thing I love about me is, like, even though you gonna call me for a gunfight, I'm always gonna have your back. But every now and then I might actually shoot you too. But you'll know what it is. And I think that just matches me. That just matches me, man.
I can believe that one.
Where bullets fly. Yeah.
I might have your back. Shoot you in it.
Yeah, if I hit your back, but I'm gonna shoot you turn around. I believe that one.
I'm gonna shoot you if
you turn around.
Calling you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't let that one slide. I had to say something.
He's like, don't shoot that
Everybody
little
getting
shit no
shot.
more. Yes, indeed.
Everybody getting shot.
All right, Law.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, this was Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
you gotta let us
slow
know.
song
You
jam.
gotta let us know. You gotta
The
let us
slow
know when you
music
say
for
some
yours
music like that. I
truly.
thought somebody
Bruh,
passed away.
Brian
Yes.
McKnight. Brian McKnight.
You've been tuning in to the Doctor Strange Love Hours.
Midnight
You know? But no way, man. I just like Doctor Strange
Law.
because of the fact that, you know.
Hey, what was that voice you did with old girl? You said pound town.
No, we ain't doing that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Come on, Law. Come on, Law. Pound town. Pound town.
Don't do it, Law. Don't fall for it.
Doctor Strange, bro. Come on now.
It is Doctor Strange.
That's off your mic, though.
You know. Yeah, but you know, I select Doctor Strange because, you know, thinking of 1,000 possibilities, man, to be in this YouTube space as well as Facebook, you got to think beyond your realm, right? So I always look at it like I look at endless possibilities, and even when he was trying to discover himself, he found a way to get extra resources from, you know, the lady who was pulling information from the dark source. So he was able to read books while he go to sleep and go to different galaxies and beyond. So I look at myself the same way. I don't think that they would have been able to beat Thanos without Doctor Strange, right? So he had to make the necessary sacrifice. Do all of that too, you know, in order to get to where he's supposed to be at. So, hey, shout out to Doctor Strange, and in my hand, I'm holding one of his clips right here. I don't know if you can flip it back over to me.
I got you.
That's just what it is. So, Doctor Strange always been one of my faves over here. He's been one of the guys that we've been rocking with over here. So I'm Doctor Strange now, you know. Strange hour.
All right, man.
Let's go.
So this was DC Universe, man, and I enjoyed it, man. We do this maybe once a year, maybe once, where the fans been asking for all of us to come together. We do this for y'all. Scott is getting married. Just think about that.
Oh,
Just think about the sacrifice.
Congrats, dog.
Just think about that. For real.
Congrats.
For real. I didn't think Scott was gonna be able to make it. I didn't think Scott was gonna be able to make it. So
I've gotten
over there, man.
what'd you say, bro?
He said, you better put that ring on my finger.
Congratulations,
Got a
Joe.
ring on it. Man. He's qualified.
Congrats, bro.
Congratulations.
Welcome to this side, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome to
I'm
this
in the
side.
club.
You doing all the stuff?
It's
Yeah.
never too late to get married, Scott. You know what I mean? 50 is not old. 50 is not old.
Hey, all y'all fellas.
See, I blame Akoye for this shit here, man. Got the whole damn Cowboys nation thinking I'm 48, 50 years old.
No, I would get married at 50. I would get married at 50 too. It's never too late.
Hey.
Never too late.
Boss.
It's never too late,
Boss,
man.
gotta say something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm an inspiration to the
I just want to
seniors.
say shout out to Aisha and Professor O. I know they couldn't make it.
Yeah, Professor
But I
O,
wanted to
yeah.
say shout out to them. I know they, you know what I'm saying? I know Aisha popped in for 10 minutes. She was a Akoye for like 10 minutes, but, you know.
Yeah, Isha was trying to get
Yeah, man. It's
Hey,
I tell you what. So listen, y'all. This the cool thing about DC Universe. It's all of us. So it's about us coming together and just making it happen. It was just easy with this crew. You know, just being honest. It's easy, you know? So, because we all have done work together. So, but everybody, see, we already had Aisha ready to go. We already had Professor O ready to go. They already queued up. They already got their avatars. They will guarantee being the next one. So shout out to Professor O and obviously Aisha and everybody else that's a part of DC Universe. So I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. We gave Voch his because it just made sense, right? Come on now. We gave Sky his because it made sense, right? It just made sense, right? But if you want your avatar, you better let me know. So the next time we do this, like whether we do this on the Bob Week, going into draft, whenever we do another DC universe, I need to know who your avatar is, and then what we go do is we go put it together. You know what I'm saying? And we go come together.
Oh, certainly, man.
But shout out to everybody. Do y'all have any final words? We will go around the circle, man. Do y'all have any final words, or do we need y'all ready to go? Because I'm ready to go.
Let me just jump out and just say, man, let me just give some flowers to someone.
Hurry the fuck up.
Let me just give flowers to all, man.
We hit the hour.
Y'all niggas got something to say?
You ain't got to go home.
I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
I
F
just
out
want
of
to
here.
say, appreciate all of y'all, man, and y'all continue to do this because we are the new media, and it's not that we are better than old media. It's just the way that we move and operate. We don't have to wait and answer to no one. And I love the fact that you guys are being trailblazers and stepping out, man. I love what Boss you doing. I love what you doing, J Tuck. I absolutely love what Big Game James, and as well as what my guy Voch Lombardi and Sky, what y'all doing with the volume and beyond, especially A to Z Sports, man. Look, I tip my hat off to you guys for being on 105.3 The Fan and moving in that space. Hey, Rome, keep doing your thing. West Coast, keep dominating on the Facebook, man. You are Facebook, bro. And everybody, man, that's here tonight, man, we didn't have a good time. We had a great time, and we are growing. We doing unbelievable things. Akoye, look, man, continue doing you. And I get messages from everybody about what we doing and how we operating and moving in this space, and it is second to none, baby. Look, watch. 3 to 4 weeks from now, the Eagles gonna have their little universe. You already know. Washington.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. We are.
They talking right now.
They gonna be image.
They playing it
Brunson
now.
and all of them.
They gonna be image.
Brunson and all of them is watching this right now. Brunson and all of them is watching this right now.
Yes, they won't be able to duplicate this though. They can imitate it all they want.
Yeah, they
Come
want
on,
it.
baby.
Nah, you can't do this, bro.
Hey, go watch it. Hey, go watch the Eagles fans. Hey, real quick though, this is something on my heart. I got to say to you guys. Hey, listen to me. I salute all of us, and I'm gonna point this out because this is obvious. I salute all you black men that's on here doing y'all thing, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. This is our. If you watch Snowfall, this is ours. So be careful who you give the code to. This is ours. God blessed us with this.
He said don't teach him. Did he just say don't teach him how to cook crack?
No.
He said don't teach the white boy how to cook crack. Don't teach him how to cook crack.
Hey, this is the only thing I'm saying. The reason I'm saying this is because of this, man. Because of this, we give our pearls and we give our jewels to folks that don't reciprocate that back to us, and we work too hard for that. So that's all I'm saying. Put everybody in the hood on. That's all I'm saying. Put everybody into the hood on. And all I'm saying is make sure those folks appreciate those and they're able to reciprocate that love back to us. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man, because this is ours, man. This is ours.
Yeah.
Let me say something right quick. Can I say something about?
Of course.
Get my final word?
Yeah.
Let me get my final word. My final word is this. I started this in 2017, and just to see how it's grown since then to 2023 now, it's exploded. And, I'm just amazed because, like, when I came in, Voch was here, Akoye was doing his thing, Tyson, Law, all those guys, but all those guys, when I saw them really doing this, it motivated me. You feel me? I was like, man, that's awesome. I want to do what they're doing. And it motivated me to go to school and put my work in, and I looked up to those guys. And just how we've all grown, look at all the people that we've influenced, y'all. We got to really look at the people that we have really influenced in this game. We have opened doors like no other. You see these other content creators, the Eagles, all those other guys, you can't tell me these Dallas Cowboys creators like us haven't influenced all of them. We have been the influence. So just like the Dallas Cowboys as a whole, how everybody always watches the Cowboys, whether you love them or hate them, we have done the same thing. Whether you love us or you hate us, you're going to tune in and turn in and watch us all day. So that's what I'm saying at the final word. realize the power that we have in this community, and let's go get this damn stick. How about them Cowboys?
Let's go. How about them Cowboys? Let's go.
Hey, real quick, I want to spin. I want to.
Sports jump in.
Let me go, boss. Let me speak.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tuck.
Get in on this. Come on, Florida
Yeah,
State.
so
Come
I
on,
wanted
get
to
in
say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? My nose is tripping defensively, 7-7. But salute to Shango, man, because, you know, that video clip that earlier, that clip was from, listen, y'all, that clip was from 14 years ago. So Shango had the vision, and Shango laid the foundation for a lot of what you see today. You know, he paved the way for me, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm very, you know, I think that's important when it comes to anybody who wants to be a part of this community. Don't just be in this community, give back. You know what I'm saying? Like, retweet other content creators, jump in their chat. You know, y'all see me, I'll super chat y'all just the hell of it, because I'm showing support to my brothers. Because there's usually times where I'm really about to go full Joker mode and burn things down, right? And my brother Rome will call me and like, yo, Tuck, let's just talk it out. Let's relax a little bit. Let's walk it through. Or Boss will call me, you know what I'm saying? So it's a brother and sisterhood. And I just want everyone to know in this room, and if you're watching in the content community, I always have your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm about the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding for y'all. And that's the way I'm kind of just, you know, I might take on that villain role. I might take on a lot of bullets, but it's for us because I believe in what everyone does here, the importance of what we do here. You know, from the morning show with Sky to, you know, live, Law going live, and then you have Voch show, and then Big Game James, and then film breakdowns and DMV, and then like there's such incredible content that Cowboys fans that get are 24 hours around the clock. So I love the community, y'all. I appreciate y'all, each and every one of y'all. Y'all know I always got y'all back. And if I need to burn some down,
he will.
I got a gasoline tank for the damn too. He be on Twitter tomorrow burning it down. He be on Twitter tomorrow burning it down.
J Tuck, is that a Washington Redskins hat you got on?
Oh,
no.
Wait, no, bro. He ain't doing that.
Like that.
He ain't doing that, bro.
What kind of hat is that?
That's Florida State, bro.
You gotta take that. I was about to say.
Yeah,
we're playing LSU right now. And this shows how much I love the community that I'm live streaming during my nose playing LSU. You know what I'm saying? But my brother said had something to do.
I'm watching the game 7-7.
Hell no, bro. You know I ain't going out like that.
You better not. I was about to say. Hey. I was like, you better be your uncle, cousin, brother Bobby on that team or some shit.
Right. All right, we go get out of here for real this time. We will get out of here for real this time, man. And I appreciate all the love. But piggyback on
brothers, man.
Oh yeah, and piggybacking on what Tuck said, bro. Tuck hit me up. He said, "Boss, you gotta hear what Shango said. He said it's perfect. He said it's perfect for DC Universe, and he sent it to me. It was perfect, bro. And when I thought about 14 years ago." I'm gonna play this clip one more time. Now think about this. This from 14 years ago, and this was before all of us was in this space. So shout out to Shango, man, one of the originals. And when I figured out that he Law Big Brother, I was like, you know. So I just so anyway, I'm gonna play this on the way out, man.
America, man, he the first Avenger.
Yeah, he the first.
Right.
He the first.
Right.
So shout out, man. Showing love to community, man. And go follow. Listen, y'all, we got Sky in the morning with A to Z Sports. You will have West Coast come on around 12. Lago come in around 1. Vasco come in around 3. Rome go come in with some fire videos. Let me see. Akoye go drop a video whenever he feel like. That's how he do it.
Goddamn right.
That's how he do it. He ain't got no time. You just keep your notifications on. Keep your notifications on. He'll let you know. But
if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready.
But listen to this and think. This was Shango from 14 years ago. Listen to his words. Listen. Hold on real quick. That was not Shango from. That was. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me find it. Here we go. Yep. One more time, Law. One more time, Law. Hey man, wait.
I got that from my daughter, man. She played that Roblox, man, and that's all I be hearing on that.
I gotta find it, bro, because I had the outro perfect, bro. I had. Oh, man, where the fuck
Like,
is
girl,
that, man?
she said, and then she be mad too. I keep dying on this game.
Yeah. Man. Anyway, let me pull this up, man. Y'all be patient, damn it. Y'all be patient. Yeah, I thought I had it perfect.
Let them wait.
Yeah, wait. Wait. Yeah. Y'all take. Yeah. Let me play some music. Waiting on this.
Hey, we ain't boys if we can't joke with you now.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this though, damn it. I'm gonna play this. It made me even more determined, damn it. Here we go.
You never find it by halftime though.
I got it, Tuck. I got it. I just pulled it. Here it is.
One more time.
One more time, Law. Ooh.
One more time, you hit it.
Here we go. All right, here we go. For real this time.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Avengers Initiative was shut down. This isn't about the Avengers. These people may be isolated, unbalanced even, but I believe with the right push, we can do exactly what we need.
Warground is won by sentiment, Director.
No, it's won by soldiers.
Right now, every single one of you out there, have a chance to be a part of the greatest organization the NFL has ever seen. The Dallas Cowboys. And you are fans of a championship football team. And what do? You blog. You blog so hard that you're running up and down the internet all night long. If it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you gotta get another story out, you blog. You know why? Because you know more about your team than anybody else. There's 32 teams in the league. 32 teams. You expect them to know every team like you know yours? Wait, they don't. They don't. And how do you do this? You go to the Dallas Cowboys show, you get a blog, and you blog about the Cowboys. You blog all night long about the Cowboys. You tell people what they need to know about the Cowboys instead of letting people tell you. That's what you did all last year. No more. You know why? Because we have the internet. All you have to do is have heart. And you can do it. You know why? Because you're a fan of a championship football team. And a fan of a championship football team, they give everything. They give everything they got to help their team make it to the Super Bowl. And if you're not willing, as a fan, to give it all you got, then you go to the New England Patriots. Blog, 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 blog. There's nothing better than that. Nothing more fulfilling. Nothing more special.
DC Universe, we out.